Hey everyone, it's Kino here. Today I'm going to take a student question from David Robertson. Hi David. David is 55 years old and has a bad back and bad knees and is interested in starting yoga. Awesome, David. I'll give you 2 thumbs up for that. Great for getting the impetus and the inspiration to start yoga. So I understand your concerns about your back and your knee and how yoga can help you get more healthy both in your body and in your mind. So let's take a look at something that would be relatively safe for you to do, and we'll start there. I'd like to share with you a modified sun salutation that I think would be really, really great for you to start doing, and it'll help you strengthen your back muscles and at the same time protect your knees. You don't want to stress out your knees. Instead, you want to focus on activating your pelvic floor and accessing the strength and the flexibility in your hip joints, which will help you feel more connected and more grounded. At the same time, the breath will be so important to get blood and circulation flowing in the body. So, assuming you're ready to get started, let's go to the mat. Now, this is an easy sun salutation modification that anyone can do. In fact, we're going to start on the knees. Now, from here, nice and easy. If you can't bend your knees like this, you're just going to stay up, all right? Or you can place a pillow or bolster underneath your hip and sit down as far as you can sit, about to there, or all the way down, all right? So, now, find your pelvic floor. Inhale, and as you exhale, say the sound "sa" to yourself as you exhale, keeping the lips sealed. Then, inhale, raise your arms. And exhale, fold forward and down and go as far down as you can. And then inhale, come onto your hands and knees. Send your back into a little extension and the head up. And then exhale, round your back under. And then curl the toes under, downward facing dog. So your downward facing dog may feel a little hunched forward, in which point you could bend your knees, pivot through the hips, and then try to straighten again. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Keep your belly nice and sucked in. Equalize inhalation and exhalation, and just say that sound "sa" to yourself as you inhale, "ha" as you exhale. And then easy look forward. Just bend your knees down. Inhale, lift your chest and look up. And then exhale, round your back, go down. If you can go all the way to child's pose, it's good. And then inhale, stand up onto your knees and raise your hands above your head. And then exhale, easy, hands by your side. Now, that's a real easy way just to get some blood and circulation moving, and it's all pretty accessible because you're on your knees. But if you feel like you want to take it to another level, you could stand up, and we'll try to do an easy modified sun salutation as well. So here we are from standing. Inhale, raise your arms, reach high, and then exhale, give a little bend in the knees and fold forward and down. And then inhale, lift your chest and look up, and if you can't keep holding on to the floor, just let your fingers dangle and easy and look up. And then exhale, bend your knees, step your feet back. Come to a plank position for a moment. This is really going to strengthen your back. Tuck the tailbone under, and then exhale, go all the way down to the ground. And after you go down to the ground, take the elbows forward, and then inhale, lift your chest, point your toes, engage your quadriceps, and look up. And then exhale, curl the toes under, bend your elbows, come onto the knees, and press back to downward facing dog. Stay for 5 breaths in downward facing dog, sucking in the belly, reaching out through your hands. And again, if your back is really rounded forward, keep the belly sucked in, bend the knees a little, and then pivot through the hips to straighten. Roll the shoulders open and reach out. And after 5 breaths in downward facing dog, just lift your head and look up. Easy, take a few steps and walk forward, bending your knees as you go forward. Lift your head, look up. And then exhale, fold forward, straightening the legs as much as you can to go down. Soft bend in the knees if you need to. And inhale, hands over your head, and then exhale back to standing. Okay, so I'm going to give you a preview of if you practice that every day for a few months, you may be able to eventually get to a full non-modified sun salutation. So I'll just show you where that leads. Nice and easy, nothing fancy, okay? Inhale, raising the hands and press those palms together. And then exhale, fold forward, go down, keeping the legs as straight as you can. Inhale, lift your chest, look up, and then exhale, step back. Hold plank for a second just to get the shoulders over the palms, and then exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana, which is a push-up position, but you can just go down to the ground. Then pick the chest up, inhale, upward facing, And then exhale, right over your toes, downward facing. Take 5 breaths here, sucking in the belly, saying saw as you inhale, ha as you exhale. And being really aware of the inner body, lift your head and look forward and inhale, step forward. Lift your chest, look up. And then exhale, fold forward, go down. Inhale all the way up, raise your hands, and then exhale, back down. Good. So the sun salutation is really the place to start. It's going to help you get connected through your whole body, and it's really important that you remember to modify as you're beginning and not go for like too much movement too soon, but really just let yourself build up. After you do 5 versions of the sun salutation, you can even just do 3 if you're finding it stressful or, you know, really intense to start off. Remember to lie down and take rest after, and just let your mind be completely clear and relaxed. And this is a really safe, easy way just to start and begin the journey of yoga. Of course, if you start to feel inspired, I definitely recommend that you take a class. There are a lot of good intro classes in every city in the world, and also online, so you can check out you know, a good class online or in person, and hopefully you'll be inspired to do the practice and bring more health and healing into the body. One thing that I'm sure of is that it doesn't matter how old you are. So you can be 55 when you start, you can be 5 years old when you start. What's important is that you bring the spirit of yourself to the practice, and you just keep your mind nice and open and committed into the whole journey of yoga. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you'll be healthier than you could ever imagine possible. Sometimes I notice that when people are older and they start yoga, it's almost like they start aging in reverse. A friend of mine who I know started yoga in his 40s after 10 years of practice looked younger than when I first met him. So you never know what might be waiting around the corner for you in your daily yoga practice. I hope you're inspired to do your practice. Thanks so much for watching.